Hey, welcome back. It is now January 24th of 2020, and ever since the release of Star Wars The Rise of Skywalker, a lot of fans have been very curious and excited about the future of the Star Wars franchise and exactly where things are going by Disney and Lucasfilm, as well for the Star Wars universe. This is Mike Zero. Make sure to subscribe if you are new to the channel for future Star Wars content. Now, one thing that we do know about Disney and Lucasfilm is that they are really trying to fix many elements of the Star Wars franchise. They're really trying to repay the fans of those who are very disappointed with the sequel trilogy, especially with The Last Jedi. And not just that, they are also looking for ways in order to really do something incredible that's going to parallel the old expanded universe. Now, on top of all of this, we do know that The Rise of Skywalker wasn't quite as successful as The Last Jedi's box office results, and that's a given fact. If you guys go ahead and look at the numbers, it doesn't really seem like it's going to surpass $1.3 billion at the box office worldwide speaking, unlike The Last Jedi. So, moving beyond Episode 9, obviously they do have a lot of projects in store for the fans. They have over 10 years worth of both live-action and animated material, such as for Disney Plus and for theatrical releases like movies and stuff like that. However, beyond everything here, they're also working on their new expanded universe that's really going to take Star Wars in a different direction and really evolve the franchise into something unique. Now, with that being said, it's said that both Disney and Lucasfilm are currently developing their brand new Star Wars universe that is said to be modeled after the MCU and inspired from the old expanded universe from the 1990s and the early 2000s. Lucasfilm is said to have a big plan in place in order to make the fans around the world very happy, to create new material for fans to enjoy throughout the entire decade for the Star Wars community. Now, one of the major plans that Disney and Lucasfilm have in store has to do with them bringing back the character of Mara Jade from the old expanded universe to make her canon under Disney, and that they are looking to bring her back both in live-action form and in the form of comics and books to respect the hardcore fans that love these well-known characters. It's said that Disney made the first step of pleasing the fans by making Darth Revan and others canon, and that now they are moving on to Mara Jade, that will be re-explored by Disney to tell new adventures of the character and to keep the character as enjoyable to the fans as possible by cherry-picking elements of her story from the old expanded universe, while also giving her original stories to tell for the character of Mara Jade. Now, this plan is said to be a decision made by Lucasfilm in order to fix the Star Wars franchise and where it's all going moving forward, beyond Episode 9 and in between the films of the Skywalker saga and more. This is also said to be their first phase of the new Star Wars universe by telling new stories of these fan-favorite characters from the old expanded universe from the 1990s and the early 2000s. So, obviously, this is desperate of Disney and Lucasfilm. There's no denying that, because if they really wanted to do this from the very start, they would have. Now, this is basically their way of patching things together, of really doing a quick fix for the Star Wars community. Whether or not the Star Wars fans will accept this, all depends on exactly how accurate this character is really going to be in comparison to how she was used in the old EU. Now, in case you guys are unfamiliar with Mara Jade, in the old expanded universe, she was actually a wife of Luke Skywalker. She was the love interest of Luke. And both Mara and Luke had a son called Ben Skywalker, which is exactly who Ben Solo is based off of. He's based off of Ben Skywalker. You can see the similarities there. So, everything related to here with Episode 9, obviously, is that this was a foundation to create new Star Wars lore inside the actual movie itself, as well as the visual dictionary. But now that they're moving on to the new Star Wars universe in order to really retell elements of the EU, it really does tell us that Lucasfilm, they are really in a desperate attempt to really regain the lost fans. Now, there's quite a divided fan base still, regardless of The Rise of Skywalker, doing better at the box office, than the soloist Star Wars story film, or how, it's getting better reviews than The Last Jedi did. Regardless of that, there's still a lot of fans out there that are divided. They really are. And when we look at Star Wars as a franchise, obviously bring back Mara Jade. They had plans to do this in the form of a flashback scene in The Rise of Skywalker that did not work out. They actually had plans to bring her back as one of Luke Skywalker's Jedi students. So it really makes me wonder, are they going to do exactly what they plan to do with the Rise of Skywalker lore? Or are we going to get the legitimate version of Mara Jade, where she is the wife of Luke Skywalker? Honestly, I think that that's exactly what they should do. It's what the fans deserve. And it's one thing that I think a lot of fans would love to see, in the new Star Wars universe. Obviously, they have plans in order to do something incredible with the character of Luke in the new EU, after a lot of fans had issues with how Luke was used in episodes 7, 8, and 9. And now that we're moving on beyond episode 9, obviously the possibilities are endless of what they want to do, everything that comes before episode 1 and after episode 9, and everything that comes in between these Star Wars movies related to the Skywalker saga itself. So, with that being said, guys, let me know what you think about everything related to Mara Jade that there is, and what Disney and Lucasfilm are doing. Is this desperate? Is this genuine? Let me know below in the comments. And if you guys did enjoy the content for today, do make sure to drop a thumbs up on this video to support the channel. I thank you all so very much for the kind support, and I'll catch you guys next time.